Hi, my name is Brad Burnett, QuickBooks Certified ProAdvisor, and today I'm going to show you how transactions flow onto the profit and loss report in QuickBooks Online. So if you are an experienced accountant or bookkeeper or even a business owner who has been managing their own books for a while, this video is probably going to feel a little simple or obvious. But if you are brand new to accounting or you're a brand new business owner trying to manage your bookkeeping for the first time, this is going to be critical to understand and hopefully will help you see the bigger financial picture of what you are actually doing when you are categorizing transactions in your bank feed. So here I am in the QuickBooks Online sample company that Intuit provides for us, and the first thing we are going to do is to go over to the menu tab, and I'm going to hover over where it says transactions, and then I'm going to select bank transactions. So this is where you will see your bank feed and all the transactions that are coming through the bank accounts and credit cards that are connected to your QuickBooks Online. So if I scroll down, we can see all the uncategorized transactions that are currently sitting in the bank feed that have yet to been added to the books. This means these expenses haven't hit the books and are not going to be visible on the profit and loss report. Okay, so now let's really get into it. If you are new to accounting or bookkeeping, understanding how each individual transaction flows to your reports is going to be really important. One of the biggest reasons is you want to be able to accurately file your taxes, but you're also going to want to understand how to identify problems when you're reviewing your reports, and you're also going to want to know how to look at these reports through more of a strategic finance lens when you get to that point to help you make better data-backed decisions in the business. So for the example, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to focus in on this Hicks hardware transaction for $228. So I'm going to assume that this is likely a supplies expense, and that's what I'm going to look at for this video. First thing, let's go ahead and pull up the profit and loss report for May, which is when this transaction occurred. So we're going to go to Reports, Standard Reports, and Profit and Loss. I'm going to run this for a cash basis for May. So now we are reviewing May's profit and loss. This has all the income and expenses that have hit the bank accounts and credit card accounts for this business in May. But even though the $228 expense we saw from Hicks Hardware is in the bank feed and has already come out as an expense to the bank, we can't see it here on the profit and loss because the transaction is still sitting in the uncategorized transactions section of the bank feed. So now we're going to go back to the bank feed, and what I'm going to do is categorize this $228 as a supplies expense, and then I'm going to click add. And now let's go ahead and go back to the profit and loss report and find this expense. So if we scroll down to the P&L, we can see the company's revenue here. And if we keep scrolling down, you'll see the supplies account has now been added to the P&L, and it is for $228.75. If I go ahead and select it, then we can see that this is the Hicks hardware expense that we just added from the bank feed that is now flowed down to the profit and loss report. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here. There is certainly a lot more to talk about when it comes to financial reports in QuickBooks Online and how bookkeeping affects these reports. But I think that this was a good beginner overview to start getting an idea of how these revenues and expenses flow through the bank feed and onto the profit and loss report in QuickBooks. Again, that's all I've got for today. Thanks.